It was not until the paternity test report was seen that the whole family realized with surprise that the little girl they had picked up was actually their biological daughter who had been missing for many years. It turned out that not long ago, the doctor told the family that if Grandpa could see his granddaughter who had been missing for many years, his condition might improve. So the adoptive father asked the girl to pretend to be the newly found biological daughter to recognize her family. Sure enough, Grandpa's condition improved after seeing the girl. To make up for her, the family not only wanted to hold a grand recognition banquet but also planned to give her part of the family shares. However, the adoptive father's stepmother and her son were filled with jealousy and hatred. They investigated and found out that the girl was just a rural orphan taken in by the adoptive father, so they quietly took her hair to do a paternity test, wanting to expose them and frame the adoptive father for trying to seize property by using the daughter. Perhaps by then, Grandpa would transfer the property to the names of the stepmother and her son. Soon, the day of the recognition banquet arrived. When the girl appeared at the banquet in full dress, she immediately attracted the attention of all the guests. Seeing that she did look somewhat similar to the whole family, the guests all believed that she was indeed the biological daughter. However, at this time, the girl noticed that all the guests had prepared gifts for Grandpa, so she told Grandpa with a face full of apology that she would buy him a gift when she made money. Although Grandpa said he didn't need her to give gifts, the girl still turned around and collected many drink bottles to sell for money. Seeing this, the guests couldn't help whispering. The stepmother and her son immediately seized the opportunity to reprimand the girl for disgracing their family. They also told Grandpa that there was no gene for collecting garbage in the family, so the girl could not be his biological granddaughter. Hearing this, Grandpa couldn't help but feel a little angry and asked the girl why she was doing this. Only then did the girl explain with a face full of apology that she picked up bottles just to buy a gift for Grandpa because she used to make money this way in the countryside. Hearing this, Grandpa was immediately moved and guilty. He immediately announced that he would transfer all 70% of the group shares he owned to the girl's name. Seeing this, the stepmother and her son were furious. They couldn't help exposing the fact that the girl was pretending to be the granddaughter on the spot. They also accused the girl's adoptive father of doing this to defraud property, saying that they would know as soon as the identification report was delivered. Hearing this, Grandpa immediately asked the girl's adoptive parents angrily if it was true. The adoptive parents were immediately at a loss and did not dare to answer. Seeing this, Grandpa realized that they had indeed lied to him, and his heart couldn't help but feel a sharp pain. Just then, the doctor sent the identification report. Grandpa opened it in a hurry and found that the report showed that the girl was indeed the biological daughter of the adoptive father. Hearing this, everyone was dumbfounded. The stepmother and her son were even more incredulous, and even questioned that the identification was wrong. However, the doctor said that he had personally conducted the identification throughout the process and there could be no mistake. Only then did Grandpa show a smile again and quickly apologize to the adoptive father's family for the misunderstanding just now. Seeing this, the girl's adoptive mother was also incredible and couldn't believe that the girl was really her daughter. However, at this time, the adoptive father quietly told them that he had actually long noticed that the stepmother and her son were doing a paternity test, so he just asked someone to replace the identification report. It's just that the adoptive father didn't understand why the doctor would speak for him, so he planned to find a chance to ask the doctor. Little did he know that another identification result also showed that the girl was their biological daughter, but the stepmother and her son were unwilling to hand over the family property like this, so they planned to poison Grandpa through the girl.